I had two titles for this video. One was Life is Strange Reunion is probably the worst game in the world and the second worst thing in my life. And the second title was Life is Strange, the reunion was alright. And this was before I even watched the game. So safe to say I did not have high hopes for this. I mean, after the ending of Double Exposure, I started praying for a tornado to come and wipe out my town just so I didn't have to experience the absolute horror that this game was gonna be. But then I dropped, and genuinely, I can't believe I'm saying this, but it was not that bad? A little summary, right? Warning, this is gonna be very spoiler heavy. I'm gonna be like exposing everything. I'm gonna be talking about the whole plot. So either watch the game or buy the game or like just listen. I don't know, I don't really care. First of all, you start off as Chloe, who's a bad manager now. She's talking to like someone and then she looks in the mirror and then starts tweaking out and then gets taken to a place in Double Exposure where Safi gets shot and she sees herself dead. Then you cut to Max, who's made it big, right? She's got her own agent and shit and she's on a trip to see like a photography exhibition thing, like having a jolly old time. Then Moses rings her up and tells her that there's a fire in Caledon, so she puts her shit in reverse, speeds back, the campus is burning down, Moses is like on the roof of a building.
Moses? Hold on! I'm coming!
Max tries running into the building to save him, which is probably the dumbest shit I've ever seen. Then the building explodes, and Max rewinds back to 3 days before the incident by using a photograph that she took. Then Chloe and Max like find each other, they make out, and they solve who burned Caledon. That's like the basics of the plot. Like, I'm gonna go over it again when I'm talking about things that I didn't like in the game. But first of all, I'm gonna talk about the things that I did like. First of all, Chloe! Oh my gosh, I missed her so bad. Not even Gwen could fix the burn, the physical ache of Chloe not being in Double Exposure. She looks so good. The game hasn't even been out for like a week, and the amount of TikToks I have of her is insane. And her relationship with Max is just so cute. Only problem is, you only get to kiss her once in the game. I genuinely don't know why Max waited that long. If the love of my life pulled up from the literal dead, or like from like when we broke up to rescue me, I'm jumping into her arms and genuinely sucking her face off. When Max gets like absolutely wasted during that practice party and Chloe gets like all concerned for her, like you can see it in her face, it's just so cute. And like them seeing each other for like the first time, like oh my days, I miss them already. Honestly, if you don't like Chloe, you're actually doomed, because no matter who you chose in the first Double Exposure, them and Max break up off screen. So if you actually like that space bun wearing chick and the other zesty one, then this is not the game for you. They improved the journals, which was nice, because Max's journal in Double Exposure was so shit. And you have Chloe's journal too, which is nice, because then you can like read about like what they're saying about each other, and which is just like so adorable. The dialogue as well, that's majorly improved. I mean, I didn't really say in Double Exposure, but like from the first game, like Before the Storm, and like the original Life is Strange, like the dialogue has improved so much, because I forgot how corny the dialogue was in both of those games. It just flows way better in Double Exposure. It feels like the characters are actually having conversation.
Don't tell me what to do. I'm not one of your sycophants. I'm a lone wolf, and you're Little Red Riding Hood. Welcome to grandmother's house, bitch. Quack.
Alright, that is enough glazing. I don't get paid for this. So now on to the cons. First of all, right, I was not a fan of the plot. Basically, you've got to work out who burnt down the Brax's house. Cool, I guess. I don't really care. I wish the final mystery was like more involved with like Max and Chloe in a way. Or like at least Safi. I didn't really mind her. I wish she was like more of a villain in this game. Like I wish the plot was like more of exploring Max's and like Safi's powers. Like imagine Max was working with a character for like a whole game and it turns out to be Safi. Like, there's so many possibilities with shape-shifting as a power, and instead I'm playing hide and seek with this bitch. And Safi pissed me off so much. I literally, like, this campus is about to burn down. I'm gonna lose my friends, right? And a bunch of people are gonna die, right? And this bitch comes up to Max talking about, like, oh, let's run away together. No! Get away from me. I would genuinely rather ran off with Samuel from the first game. In all the parallel universes that Max has ever created, there is genuinely none that I would spend with Safi. And she has like the audacity to lecture Max on how to use her powers. In the last game, she was like running her mouth on building a bootleg Avengers cast. And don't even get me started on her mother. Like, genuinely, not only did this woman cover up one death, she covered up two, and she just got off scot-free just because she felt like a little bit of remorse. And Vin covering for her had to be the dumbest thing ever. Just because Yasmin looked a little bit sad, he was like, don't worry, baby girl, I've got this. So he hid a dead body for her. This man is genuinely on a generational run. He got the daughter. He's trying to get the mom. What's next? The grandma? This is probably why Safi's dad left. He probably had like the power to like look into the future, and he saw himself being smashed by Vin, so he dipped. And most locations in Double Exposure are reused in the reunion, with the exceptions of the Braxis house and like Chloe's small little room, which I guess was fine because it's a continuation, but it just made the game feel like a lot smaller. And that wasn't helped by them removing like Crosstalk, which was like the social media app in the last game. That was a pretty good way of like keeping up with everyone and learning more about them without actual gameplay, which gave the game like a nice community feel. Finally, I want to talk about the endings. I love the fact that you can choose who lives and who dies. I mean, it doesn't really matter because all you get is like a little memorial or like a hero's wall and like the pictures at the end, I guess. But it reminds me of like the final sequence in Life is Strange 1, where you can like choose to save the people during the storm. All Life is Strange games have that big choice in the end, and in Reunion, it's whether you want Max to have the photo that she uses to rewind or not. If you choose to burn the photo, Max would never find out, and her and Chloe move on and visit Arcadia Bay. If you let Max see that photo, then she chooses to go back in time, and you get photos of Chloe alone, which is just so good because it leaves you wondering what happened to all the other Chloes and alternate universes that Max rewound out of. I feel like it reflects the player. Like, some people might be unsatisfied with not being able to save everyone, so they play the game again just to get like the perfect ending, like Max. The only problem I have with that is it completely invalidates everything about the original Life is Strange. What Max learns in the end of the original game is that her actions have consequences. Her powers, by saving Chloe, she brought on a storm that destroys Arcadia Bay. No matter how hard she tries, she can't get rid of the storm, she can't save everyone. She can't choose both the town and Chloe. And that leads you to your final choice, which leads you to an incredibly difficult decision. Do you choose your childhood friend, right? Recently reunited, you've manipulated time like a bunch of times, you saved her from dying so many times. Or do you save the town? Do you save Kate, Warren, Joyce, all these relationships that you've built, well, the players seen Max build over the week, and it's a really hard choice. Like that's why the fan base is almost split 50-50. Max makes her choice, and then she learns to move on, to not rewind over and over again, to make the perfect decision. So by having her able to have Arcadia Bay, Chloe, and literally everyone at Cowden be alive literally feels like a slap in the face considering the first game. Anyway, that's my rant over for today. I genuinely can't believe I'm never seeing Max and Chloe again. I feel like it was easy to accept when the original game came out. I remember watching it for like the first time on Gloom's channel, and I instantly fell in love. But now they've returned and they've finished Max's era. I'm genuinely gonna have to admit that I'm gonna miss them. Like, I can't lie, I was tearing up at the ending montage. I'm probably not gonna be making another Life is Strange video, unless like something crazy comes out. I know the series is coming out, I don't think I'm gonna watch the series, so that's probably not gonna be reviewed. I can't lie, I'm glad, right? I hate reviewing shit. This is so annoying to me. I don't like making them. But let me know if you want, I don't know, let me know what you want. Stay safe, stay smart, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye!